saying, like, you don't owe anybody an apology, blah, blah, blah. And that was how come, she could own the thing she did on the show with her full chest, right? Until the fallout came. The fallout with her handler and a few of her fans. The drama surrounding the money and all of those things. And then I think some people got in touch with her and told her that, look, yes, some of her fans have sense, obviously, from what I was told, that she she actually did play. Moving on to.
Hello everyone, welcome again on the Barry Spot, where we give you all the latest going on in the society. Before we get started, I'm using this medium to ask you guys to please comment, like and share, subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell so as to know when we drop a new video. Hello guys, I'm back again. Today is the aftermath of the Third World War between the Kanatsi shippers and KHOSI and Sunrisers on the side. Housemate has been having fun. Did you guys actually see Tabang, Melissa, and Justin Baby hanging out together? That was actually fun to see. And there's also where we have Beauty Tukura, the dollar queen, spraying money faith money on birthday. She attended the birthday party and was seen spraying her $100 bills, like so many of it. That's more than $2,000, man. The dollar queen herself. Some people were even like, is it because they are calling her the dollar queen? That's why she's spraying dollars in the party. Well, maybe she's just saving herself or spraying naira, because if she has to spray it in naira, that will probably take a very long time before she's done. But with $2,000, she can just do that under 5 minutes and she would leave, right? But that money is plenty, sha. There is also where KHOSI is complaining that when you want to do a TikTok or video or whatever with Marvin, you have to, Marvin is very thorough with his shooting and all that. And I think when he has to do all his shooting, it takes his time really so that he can get a better picture. So when he keeps telling KHOSI, like, let's do it again, cut, let's do it again, that keeps getting on her nerves. She's like, wow, that's so stressful, man. But well, she's loving it because at least she has a companion for her Durban trip. Marvin is just too happy to be the escort. He doesn't care. He's just everywhere KHOSI is. Like, people are even dragging Marvin already. Some people are like, we'll go and prepare your adoption papers. Now I'm like, Nigerians. They say they have prepared adoption paper for Blue, that they are preparing maybe zone so that they can do transfer. I'm like, hey, wahala no dey finish oh. They finish at all. And Yemi is back from Warri. Yemi Kanaga, they are all back from Warri. We see Yemi in a new photo shoot and Blue in a new photo shoot. They are looking so splendid. And today has been wonderful. We see Motati, Wendy, Madiba. They went to give her a gift, like morning gift, like fruit and all that, which is actually nice, like just to make her feel welcome in Nigeria. Okay, there's the part of Olivia. Olivia is now selling market to. I think she's a good fan of Bella Okagwe because she took to her page where she's trying to make her sales and she did a design exactly like that of Bella Okagwe. Even the advert is almost looking alike. To the extent that it was giving plagiarism. I don't know if you know what that is. It means that when you copy something from somebody's page or you write stuff word for word, that was exactly what happened. She wrote it exactly the way Bella Okagwe wrote hers. She did her adverts. She's copied the same manner of adverts. Everything she did was exactly that same way. Yes, I know she's really trying to sell her market, but and I started believing that, is it that she loves Bella Okagwe too much, or she's just not being creative about her own type of advertisement? People were now dragging her, like people were talking about it. And then I was also thinking that maybe she just knowingly did it that way just to get attention. I don't really understand what that means, but I'm just trying to give her a benefit of doubt that maybe there's a reason she did that exactly, right? People are now dragging her that, what is going on? Why do you have to copy it word for word, picture for picture, advert for advert? I'm like, she wants to sell market too. She wants you guys to notice, like, guys, I want to sell my market. If this is how you notice, please come and buy my market too. You know, all these housemates, everybody is selling merch now, everybody is selling clothes, everybody is into YouTube, everybody is doing radio, whatever. Well, it is their field. You guys should stop complaining. Because people are complaining that they need them to start doing something else. What else do you want entertainers to do? If they are not acting, they are singing. If they are not singing, then they'll probably be on TV for you to entertain you with maybe podcast or something. If they are not doing that, then they are probably doing YouTube, or they're doing everything entertainment that would actually suit their own business. So I don't understand. Nigerians, I don't understand. BBM fans are just tiring. You can never satisfy them. And if you are not doing anything, they will still complain.
All right, Jenny's Glow also signed Jenny up for a contract. Now she is one of the members of on our board for endorsement, and I'm very happy for Jenny. This is very nice. Since she got back, nobody gave her any gift or any sort, but now she's got an endorsement with Jenny Glow. Wishing her all the best.
Motati out here looking peng, in white alongside Miracle. You know, like we used to say that we need a miracle in our life. I guess Miracle is the cover up for Kanaga and Tati, because the way all these people are just fighting and going all out, after that aftermath of 48 hours war between Kanati shippers and K-Force, like continuously, the poor people cannot even by themselves come out gallantly, like with their full chest, and say they want to go out. So Miracle was the middleman today.
Still in that party.
Tati was just doing her thing, maybe she's messaging Kanaga back and forth, and Miracle is letting us know that Kanaga and Tati are together. Miracle is giving us the hints. Miracle took Tati out and Kanaga now came later. Eventually, Kanaga Jr. came to the venue, and people now realized that Kanaga Jr. was with Tati after all. People were just running their mouth before. They thought Kanaga was not there. They've been dragging him and all that. People, you guys should just mind your business. Don't you guys have lives? Be stressing people out with your stress. Meanwhile, people were already praising Miracle. Hey, where is Kanaga? I say it again. Where is Kanaga? That's how they will not mind their business. Where is Kanaga? Do you know what is going on? Or do you know if they've been together all the while, that he just have to stay behind and come later because of all the sensitive fan wars? He has to be diplomatic to do everything. Like, if you're in his shoes, you will do the same thing. You have to be diplomatic. It's not like you don't want to be with your girl, but you just have to be diplomatic that people are really fighting because of you. So you want to actually tread softly. And guys, Jenny Oye is now doing her own podcast too. She's calling it Jenny Speaks. I don't know if it's on YouTube or on TV, but then they are doing a podcast.
Davido had a show in Lagos today, the Timeless concert show. Lagos was at a standstill. The stage was staging, the crowd was crowding, everything was on point. Wow. Davido held it down. Amidst everything, he still got his support, right? In between all the controversial of this Chioma stuff or no Chioma stuff, people, like we say, will not mind their business, and that is why we bring stories to them.
Davido still enjoying himself. He's been performing from place to place. He performed today over them, and he's timeless, and he's really doing well with his music amidst all the controversial story that is going around right now. I hope you guys have heard about it. If you have not, then let me just touch on it.
So everybody was sitting down, JJ, and that was how we woke up to Davido's story, alleged story. This happened last week, Wednesday, the 19th April. So Gist Lover came with the gist that Davido was seeing an Amanda lady, and she was already 5 to 6 months pregnant before Davido married Chioma. And this was because Chioma's family actually forced Davido to marry Chioma on the act that if he doesn't marry Chioma, there's no how he can have access to bury his son that died on the 1st of November 2022. We are talking about Ifeanyi. Meanwhile, early last year, this is according to Gist Lover, right? Gist Lover said that David was spending time with Amanda and Haley, doing video in Amanda's living room, that he and Chioma were no longer a case as a then, and Chioma had moved on too. She also insinuated that Chioma was seeing an ASAP chopped person. They understand what they're talking about. Then, as at that time, so Amanda now got pregnant and was fresh mid last year. David wanted to use Sophia to shade Amanda so she can abort the pregnancy, but Amanda did not abort the pregnancy. Sophia actually removed herself from that circle of situationships so she doesn't get roped in. And then Amanda had to leave her pregnancy. And when he was on Sophia's page as a den, according to Gist Lover, when he was saying that my money is showing on Sophia, that it was all cruise, like maybe just trying to use Sophia against Amanda. Amanda stood her ground, and then Gist Lover called Chioma desperate, that David now went back to desperate Chioma. Then he was now using desperate Chioma to show off to Amanda. And according to them, Amanda put to bed a few weeks ago, not about to give birth, but already gave birth few weeks ago. Gist Lover continued saying that Davido was aware of this, that he was even at the place she put to bed, that he stopped by in London to be there for her before he now continued on his journey to the US. According to Gist Lover, guys, this is not my story. Gist Lover was like, the gist is true, that this is no lie. Anyway, this is not my own saying. This is Gist Lover saying all those things. So I don't know about it. Then I'll continue that there's another Jessie. That Jessie is one of Davido's side hook. In the video, she is at the penthouse in Ikoyi. According to the gist, she had been with David for a while, but recently, before the presidential election, someone told Chi about Jessie. Now, Chi was so angry that she actually was going to divorce David, and Davido's family came in the loop of it and were trying to apologize to her and make her understand she has to stay on as a family and all that. We all know that in Nigeria, when there are cases like this, you see family coming in to help you guys sort it out. There's no how you can actually 100% work out just like that. Family would always interfere to help you guys resolve your issues. So on the other hand, still on the story, they said that according to the report, Davido sacked his bouncer over these issues. That's this bouncer Aloma, suspecting that he is the one giving Chioma all the gist, giving Chioma all the information. Still in their gist though, so it was also alleged that Chioma had a miscarriage a few months ago, and this is why they've been asking people to pray for Chioma. Anyway, this is on Davido's issue. This is not my own saying, but honestly, I know that last year, okay, they broke up and both of them move on. In fact, me personally, I've lost hope on them. I didn't believe that they were going to come back together. I did not believe that. So it was a shock to me when I just saw them together. Was it this pastor? I just know that they just started dating each other all over again. And me, I'm actually happy. Me, I'm not a person that is against love. When a man loves you, he loves you. The only problem I have with Davido is, can he not know how to use condom? We are in the jet age right now. I don't understand how you just be jumping from one woman to the other without protecting yourself, knowing fully well who you are. That is the only thing I have in this situation. I don't have any other problem. My problem is there no condom in Nigeria again or wherever you are? In any part of the world, there are condoms everywhere. In fact, you can buy it anywhere in any part of the world. So I don't understand what is going on and why everybody that have one intercourse or the other with Davido, the next second we go down here say they don't get pregnant. It's okay. Oh. It's all right. Oh, before they just date him for 1 month like this, the next minute they go say, that person don't get pregnant. The case na serious matter, honestly. Let's not even lie. And as you guys know, all the online in-laws, immediately they had these stories like this. Everybody just started dragging Davido. Some were even saying that, if I'm Chioma, I will run away, I will jackpa. Chioma supposed jackpa, because Davido has a wandering bowler, blah, blah, blah. They were talking. Davido was trending for this baby mama issues so much on Wednesday that everywhere just burst. At some point, people were even categorizing him alongside Two-Face. They were like, Davido is the Two-Face of this generation. I'm like, internet people. Davido came out and I said that Chioma above every other woman. It was like, Chioma is above every other woman. I'm like, okay, now that one they take all the babe for side. The thing is that aside from Davido's personal life, he's a very lovable person and people really, really loves Davido. In fact, maybe because of that, they overlook most of the things he does. They don't really poke nose in his matter, except if it is important for them to. All right, with all that, Davido still having a show, and people really graced the show. And it was said that Davido nearly pointed a guy at the show today that probably irritated him.
And we have people also gifting Nelisa, they sent her packages and she was unpacking it. That is actually cool. And today there's this controversial story. Yeah, like the admin of Craig's Force, there's been, I don't know if these people are shippers or the VVIPs, like she's been saying it, that the VVIPs of KHOSI Reigns are always coming into her DM to come ask her to go speak to Yemi on KHOSI's behalf and all that. Whenever they say that to her, she's like, "Oh, okay, she will talk to her teammate." So this time around, somebody called her up yesterday again, and this is the story, guys.
Tabang was a wrong move, especially when she had discussed with Yemi that whoever lives first is going to stay till you can play solo till you come out, and then we can figure things out from there. So moving on to Taban right away was like a wrong move, and that was when, according to this person who called me, she said that was when she said, "Oh, she was just trying to create content for viewers." And honestly, she didn't do well by Yemi. So that was when, after that conversation they said they had with her, she granted that Pepper Room interview on Instagram, and then she went on there to say she didn't mean to hurt Yemi, and she hopes that Yemi knows that she wishes him all the best. She wishes him well. So that was, from that she sounded a little apologetic about what she did, but. So this was when I told the lady that I don't think Yemi or KHOSI are the problem. The problem is with the fans. They can be cool, they can be cordial behind the scenes, but you see, it's like a battlefield out here on Twitter. And whoever comes first to say, "Oh, I'm friends with this particular person," is going to be like there's going to be a whole uproar on here, especially with Craig's Force and KHOSI Reigns, So whoever comes out first, I don't know. But KHOSI Reigns, actually, most of them, about 80% of them, want Yemi for him. So I'm not sure. But then obviously they'll come and tease Craig's Force and say, "Oh, you guys were fought for nothing. Your boys still want to be, And Craig's Force are trying to avoid that kind of thing, because it's going to be like this before, yes, they are going to tease and shade and go like, "Oh, he was played in the house and still being played outside. Yes, king of boys," kind of a thing. And that's what we're trying to avoid. This person went on to talk about how a pastor called KHOSI and said she should avoid Taban. They said Taban used to tell her to look into his eye. You look into his eyes, and that boy has juju in his eyes. So that was what he used to charm KHOSI. Oh my goodness!
Fans are mad. I'm sorry. What kind of nonsense talk is this one?
And she also went on to say that Yemi's picture and Baby's picture and the letter is still pasted on by her bedside on the wall, and the reason why she's even trying to she's even trying to ask me to speak to Yemi is the fact that she keeps crying. She keeps crying and asking, "Will Yemi ever forgive her? Will Yemi ever forgive her?" She wants to speak to Yemi. Was that? And then
the beach party.
Yeah, she also made mention of the Easter Beauty on the beach, Beauty Tukura's beach party. Some of the Titan housemates were invited. So that video of Yemi together with Blue performing, Yemi taking videos of her didn't really sit well by her. And when I say her, KHOSI. And she tried every ways and means to get through Yemi that very day. She was restless. And so I'm quoting this person. This person who called me, I'm quoting her. She says, KHOSI really hates blue. And, so that the dislike is like strong. So, yeah, that was what happened that day. So from the conversation we had, yes, she still hasn't been able to get Yemi to talk to her. I can't be lying about this. Christ was saved. Wow.
Boy, that boy has coconut head.
And funny enough, when I was telling my team, they thought I was lying until one of my team members also came on. She wasn't even there when I was saying, like, when I was just in my people. And then she came on and said, I have gist. I said, what? Said one of KHOSI VIPs just did hear about KHOSI crying every day. And everybody was like, that was what Eloquence was saying. I'm like, well, someone has also come here to say the same thing. I can't be lying about this. It can't be a lie. I can't be lying about this.
Even from that person that you said called you.
Wow.
I believe 80% of what that person said comes from that person.
Yeah. Yesterday she called me. Should I say yesterday?
When they went to the Warri party.
Yeah, that was on when? Was that Friday?
Friday.
They are very Korean. Yeah, okay, so that was Friday.
I have to tell.
All right, so after all this, like she said a story, yeah, some people would never believe this, but it's distress for me. Like, why do you guys believe that? Yemi said it that he has a mind of his own. That it's funny how people believe that he doesn't have a mind of his own. Can you guys at least rest and let people live their lives? If Yemi does not want to speak with KHOSI, you cannot force him. It's not by force. KHOSI has a 4 years relationship. I think it's time for her to go back to her boyfriend and stop stressing other people and just face her life. The show is over. There's no show again. Let Yemi live his life. Let KHOSI live her life. Let everybody be happy in their part. There's no need jumping into each other's soup. There are so many men in the world. It's not a do or die. It's not by force you should be with Yemi. And it's not by force Yemi should be with KHOSI. Guys, make an arrest, I beg.
She's attractive, she's got what it takes. It's more or less like the deed is already done, so just move on. There's no need looking back. If I were in her shoes, that is what I would do. The only ship I would have said would be perfect for her would have been Tabang, because we all saw how she was in a happy mood when she was with Tabang, That is the place I saw chemistry with Tabang. And Blue has a kind of chemistry with Yemi. They both have it for each other.
Then I still respect this Kanati. Like, because they are loyal to each other to a point. Maybe not 100% loyal, because we saw what Tati is doing. Kanaga is loyal all the way. From the beginning of the show to the end, he was loyal to her. So the issue is with Tati not being loyal. And I think that is why she's getting all this backlash. People were just having their own issues about her not being loyal to Kanaga and all that.
They kept telling each other that they are friends, but their companionship was okay as well, right? And there's the Juvonship that looks like to be the mother of them all. So for me, I just think that since everything didn't work out the way KHOSI wanted it to work out, like, I would even say that she's the perpetrator of the reason the relationship is like this. And since it's like that, there's no need. I won't even look back again. I'll just move on to the next phase in life. When she was saying that, oh, I want to move on, I want to focus on my brand, I was thinking she was really going to do that. I'm hoping she still considered and still do that. Just move on and let everything be bygone. There's no need to be causing all this drama right and left. I'm saying this because she has been going to different interviews and she kept saying, Yemi this, Yemi that, and the way she's saying it is like she's really begging him to come back to her. I even remember that their kiss on the dance floor the week Tabang was going to leave. The kiss was really erotic. I would think that maybe because she and Tabang stays in the same place, it will even be easy for her to have a better relationship where she would just dash in and dash out instead of all this funny chase. And Koyemi shippers are reading into her interviews and they are helping her do the needful by going around trying to reach out to Yemi Craig's admin and etc. That's just what it's all about. We are here for the movie. What's that song now? Catch me if you can. Catch me if you can. Catch me if you can. Walelelele woba. KHOSI with the chase, Yemi with the running. Oh, man, I don't feel laughing.
What this girl is saying, if they are going into her DM to go and keep begging, now turning herself to beggars FC. VVIPs, now they do well. It is allegedly VVIPs, or me, I will even think that it's Koyemi. God, seriously, I don't know what people see in that ship. I've never seen anything in KHOSI and Yemi as a ship. I never see that. I only see them as housemates. I don't understand this shipping. Even Tabang, way be Tabang that we were even thinking that they will bond. Tabang said there is no ship. So it is Talisa now because every now and then we keep seeing Tabang with Nelisa going here or going there. Man, no more. Make people just rest, I beg. It's time to move on. The show is over. There's no need to be sending people to go and be begging Yemi's admin. If they don't go and meet her, she will not come out and say it. It's not everybody that is a liar. This is just my own story.
This is my confession. On this note, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching my video once again. We have come to the end of this session. Please, guys, subscribe, like, and comment. Turn on your notification bell so you know when I drop a new video. Until the next time in the next video, I'm going to say cheers to you all.